Hey, what's going on, everybody? Anthony Conklin here, coming to you live from Greenwich, Connecticut. I am doing this video today right from my iPad. Now, usually I like to do a live stream right onto Facebook, but for some reason, Facebook has blocked me from doing a live stream. Don't know why. The only message I have is I violated some Facebook policy, and not really sure what it is, but anyway, I need to get my video out today, so I'm going to record it this way, and I'm going to upload it to my page so you guys can take a look at it then. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. As you know, Valentine's Day is coming up real soon, a couple days away. It's coming up on the 14th of February for those of you that celebrate it, and it's here in the U.S. You know, most people usually wait to take care of their Valentine's Day gift. They do it usually the day before, or they do it the day of. A lot of men scramble, a lot of women scramble, and you know, sometimes waiting to the last minute is not always the right thing to do, because you're not going to get the best cards, you're probably not going to get the best flowers, and maybe the right gift might be more expensive than you thought. So that's what I want to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about waiting. I had a really great lunch with my son today, and we talked about a lot of different things. Talked about his job, his career, what he does on the weekends, what I do, and just had a really great father-son discussion today. But he mentioned something to me today that really spurred my interest and got me thinking about this thing called waiting, you know, waiting for things to happen. You know, I realized earlier in my career, and much sooner than I thought is that I was very quick to get things done. I was called the impatient person. I was called the ADD guy who just spent way too much time just doing and didn't wait. But I learned later on that the value of execution is and the value of passion and energy in getting things done is much more powerful and much more valuable in both a personal relationship and a professional relationship than sitting there and over-analyzing and over-researching and going to such levels of detail. Because at the end of the day, when you spend more time on something, that means you're really not sure about it. Now, let me just say, I'm not saying that you don't do your research, or you don't do your background checking, or you don't go into deep research investigative mode, because you have to. You have to know the business you're getting in. So here's an example. So let's say that you're new to an industry, and your boss asks you, what do you like to do? Well, I like to do these things. I like to talk to people. I like to engage people. So you're probably really good at sales. But I'm really good at sales, but I don't know if I can sell this particular product because I don't know all of the specifics around the product. Well, let me clue you in on something. Over 100 days ago, I took over as president of a USA-based company, and I knew a little bit about the products, but I knew more about inspiring and motivating and get people to execute on their strategy and execute on what needs to be done for us to grow our business geometrically, to scale our business. And I will learn the products more and more as I go. If I sat there and waited and did my research and spent all this time researching every aspect of every product, I would never get to a point of being able to do what I'm good at, which is to retool people, get people to think differently and execute more rather than waiting. You know, they say the early bird gets the worm, well, because he gets up early because he doesn't wait and sleeps late. You know, if you think about successful people usually don't wait too long to get things done. Now, let me preface that by saying waiting is very different from learning, right? Now, if you need to learn something, like if you want to become an attorney, I'm not saying you got to just jump in and take the bar exam, because you're probably not going to pass the bar exam the first time around, because you need to wait till it's scheduled. You need to do the research, do the work, study, and then take the bar. But I'm talking something a little bit differently. You know, if you sit there and you contemplate decisions in your life, such as, you know, moving out of your parents' house, or, you know, going to take that job, or make that phone call, schedule that meeting with that executive, or, you know, go buy that car, go buy that house, go marry that woman, go get divorced, go do something that really makes an impact on your life. If you sit around and you wait, either someone's going to take it away from you, you're going to lose your desire and passion for it, and then you're going to have regrets later on. You know, Gary Vaynerchuk talks a lot about, I bring Gary in as an example because I'm thinking of him right now, is Gary Vaynerchuk uses a great example. If you really want to understand what you should be doing with your life and why you shouldn't be waiting, and now I'm talking about waiting too late, go visit one of these nursing homes, go visit an old age home, and go sit with these 90-year-old people that are in these old age homes and ask them, you know, what's the one thing that you wish you could have done with your life? And most of them will probably tell you, and I've done this already, I've actually done it, and I'm going to do a live stream about it. They all say, you know, I wish I would have done this a little sooner. I wish I wouldn't have waited too long. I wish I wouldn't have waited for that. I wish I would have waited to buy that stock. I wish I wouldn't have waited to buy that house. I wish I wouldn't have waited to ask that girl to marry me. Because when you wait too long, blink, you're going to be 10 years older. You know, my son's 25 years old. He's going to be 26 years old this year, and I talked to him a lot about planning your future, but not planning in a way where it's so overbearing, but think about what you want to do in the next 12, 24, 36 months. I'm not saying look at a 20-year plan. Look at what you want to do for 5 years. You know, you're 25 now, blink, and then you're going to be 30 years old. It'll happen before you know it. I remember I used to be 40, and it felt like last year. I'm 53 now. 13 years came and went so quick. Learn the value of time by not wasting it. Learn the value of doing the research, but don't over-research. Learn the value of execution, but execute quick. Because before you know it, the time will have passed, the moment will have passed, and you'll probably regret it. You know, my wife and I were sitting down, we're talking last night about the decisions we've made in our lives and the people that we've met, the things that we should have done. And I want to put this in a little bit more. I want to kind of change the perspective a little bit on this conversation, guys. You know, I sat with my wife and we talked about this last night, and the one thing that we both agree on is we might have made some bad decisions in our lives, or maybe we waited, or we should have done other things. But when you think about it, you would not be the person that you are today if you didn't do the things that you did over the years. Now, what does that have to do with waiting, Anthony? Well, this is what it has to do. If you wait too late, you're going to feel like you're going to be too old. It's going to be too late, or you're not going to want to do it, or your passion and desire is going to be there, or you're going to miss a market opportunity, or you're going to miss a great job opportunity, or you're going to miss just an opportunity to better yourself, to put yourself in a position not only to be successful and wealthy, but to be fulfilled. Life is about fulfillment. And when you're fulfilled, you're able to give of yourself to the people that know, like, trust you, and love you in your life. So remember, guys, don't wait around for everything to be so perfect. You know, my coffee here, I just said, give it to me now. Don't brew me a new pot. I want my coffee now. Now, there's a difference between being impatient and being irrational and executing. Remember, execution trumps research and education 10 times over. And that's in my opinion. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Anthony Conklin here, coming to you live somewhat on Facebook, somewhat here in Greenwich, Connecticut. Have yourself a super fantastic day. In the words of Les Brown, you have greatness within you. You have a gift. Your gift is to uncover your passion, your purpose, and build this bridge and live your why. Because that's why you're here, is to live your why. Do good stuff. Be good to people. Don't wait. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.